Greetings, my V family all over the world. Welcome back to Instagram Live with Chief every Sunday, 8 p.m. Hong Kong time. All right, guys. It's been an amazing welcome to week 35. You guys are in week 35. So let me say hi to the first few people. Gokul, all right. MD Danish, Sandeep. All right, Ruchira Nayak. All right, and okay, now it's not moving. We're stuck at Ruchira Nayak 7. All right, guys. Well, firstly, happy Sunday wherever you are in the world. Okay, and welcome to my Instagram Live. It was an amazing week. I think you're on week 34 now, correct? 35. Let me check. It is week later update software. Okay, let me check. All right, Ruchira, it's still stuck. I don't know why. It's a sign, Ruchira, wherever you are from. Okay, we are officially on week 35. So welcome to week 35, guys. All right, send messages to your downlines. Chief is live on Instagram, a session which I enjoy every Sunday because I get to chill out. And once again, to all of you who are online right now, you are technically in bed with me online. Okay, so you're in bed with Chief. We should rename it In Bed with Chief every Sunday night. Okay, it may be slightly controversial, but we'll think about it. Thank you for the hearts coming out on the right of my screen. Okay, guys, welcome to week 35. I hope you close your rank advancement last month, and you achieve your goals that you were supposed to achieve. And I hope that all of you understand the importance of the last week of the rank advancement, where you get to focus on the targets that you want to achieve your rank, whether it's gold, sapphire, platinum, diamond, or even blue diamond. All right, and this week on Instagram Live, so send messages to your downlines, tell them I'm live. And after I do Instagram Live, I put it on my grid on my Instagram. That's what they call it, the grid. Okay, on Instagram, and then you can also watch it or ask your downlines to watch it. I'm trying to make my Instagram Live on Sunday slightly different. I have a bit more time to talk to you guys. My Wednesday message, I try to keep it within 15-16 minutes. The Wednesday message is extremely important. All right, make it part of your system, because ultimately I realize that your downlines need to hear from their grand uplines, the V partners, ever occasionally, so that they basically get a different perspective of listening to their uplines. And once again, I'm here to remind you that 6, 7, 8 September, it's going to happen. All right, the biggest online network marketing event in the history of the industry, hosted by the V, your grand upline. We are calling it V Convention Connect. It's not like a regular Zoom training or V Connect. This is world class. This is us using the best of technology. All right, the best of production technology, streaming technology, all languages available. So don't worry, live translation or interpretation, the correct word. You will see the great ones, some of the V partners. You're going to see my brother J.R. Meyer speak about the greatest network marketing company on the planet. All right, QNet. And then every night you get to hear from Japadas Bismarck and the one and only Dato Sri Vijay Ishwaran, our grand uplines, the founders, the reason of changing, the people who are responsible. These two great men are responsible for changing millions of lives around the world, guys. All right, including yours and mine. Okay, and so many people. And just the other day, I was talking to Dato Sri Vijay, and I'm so happy of this lockdown. So he's stuck in Malaysia. So I get to really spend time with my mentor, and we are talking about the good old days. And it's so funny. when I signed up, all right, you know my story. I came in as a lawyer for the company in 1998. Thanks to my mom, God bless her soul, because Dato Sri came to visit her as his school teacher. So my mom actually taught Dato Sri in school. My dad taught Dato Sri in school. All right, so he came to pay respect to his teacher. That's the kind of man Dato Sri is, grateful. And he came to just pay respects to his teacher. Then he found out that the youngest son of the teacher, me, was jobless after coming out of university. All right, God knows how I qualified from university. And he offered me a job. And while working for him, I realized jobs suck. All right, waking up on Monday morning should be illegal. Okay, there should be an announcement by the United Nations that waking up on Monday morning should be illegal. And I just couldn't comply with this concept of employment. Maybe, thanks to my dad and mom, I have the DNA of an entrepreneur somewhere inside of me. And then one day I woke up and told Dato Sri Vijay, I want to be a networker. And I started my journey. And when I started my journey with him, I swear I had 90 ringgit in my bank account, which is about $22 now. Okay, that's all I had, my life savings. And today, thanks to a decision made by Dato Sri Vijay, thanks to the decision made by him and Japa, I'm financially free. Okay, and this is sometimes hard to believe. All right, when I was 22, I had to think twice about where I eat and whether I could afford the food. And I know you guys know what I mean. Okay, that we had dreams, but it was almost tough to believe that our dreams would come true one day. And today, being financially free, to be able to take back the power of making my own decisions and choices, I just can't believe it's happening, guys. It's an unbelievable feeling. And a lot of people believe that there is a way of measurement of financial freedom, because in your presentations, you talk about financial freedom. You talk about, time and money. So what is financial freedom? To me, financial freedom is taking back your choices, the power of making your own decisions. Because any kind of freedom is escaping some form of slavery. And I don't want to put down your jobs, and don't get me wrong, guys. I think your jobs are good. They pay for what is required of your family, but it's not the end of your life. You must make a bigger decision. You must want to change your life completely. And you can't go to work, come back home, 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 go to work, come back home anymore. All right? You got to dream big. You got to be brave. You got to be a fighter. And ultimately, I believe from the time you were born, you go through this journey of life and then you get a job. And there's nothing wrong. I believe that all our parents were proud the first day we had a job and we got our first monthly salary of our own money. But the fact of the matter is, from that moment on, I believe that you gave up your freedom. You gave up what was given by God. All right? The freedom to make your own decision, the freedom of choice. You gave that away. And some people give it away their whole life and then retire broke. And at the age of 22, I realized that I lost my freedom. That I'm a human. I live in a democratic country. All right? But I had no freedom. It was taken away by this concept of globalized economy, the concept of employment, the concept of hierarchy in employment, where you will never ever be as rich as the owner of the company. And I always tell people claim that network marketing is a pyramid, is a scam. No, it's not. The concept of employment is a pyramid. That is a real pyramid. Because if you work in a company, you will never ever be richer than the owner. He will always be the richest person in the organization. And I felt that I didn't want to die that way. I didn't want to die as a slave who lost his freedom. And when Dato Sri Vijay said that network marketing is an opportunity that could give me financial freedom, I was more attracted to the word freedom. All right? And freedom doesn't have a price tag. It's priceless. the ability to make your own choices. And I know today we talk about flying first class and buying your dream car and buying expensive watches and all of that stuff. But to me, when I first started making money, being Dato Sri Vijay's downline, you know what was my greatest freedom? It was not the watch, it was not the car. It was being able to eat in any restaurant. And we take that for granted, You take it for granted that having a $1,000 meal today with your friends and family is not possible for the common man. All right? And I realized that I used to go to restaurants as a young kid and read the menu the other way, look at the price and see what we could afford. And today, financial freedom puts me in a position that I can eat anywhere. So I look down at the basic stuff to be able to eat where I want to eat, to be able to take my family to the best restaurants and have a great meal, to celebrate people's birthdays, to be able to buy a gift for somebody that they really wanted, it's their dream, and you make it possible. And I realize today that financial freedom, the fundamental aspect of those two words is not financial. It is freedom, which we take for granted. And I thank God, right, that Dato Sri Vijay came into my life. Or not, I would not be a free man today. Right? And this concept of freedom is beautiful. And no matter what your check is, whether it's 2,000 US, whether it's 20,000 US a week, I think the ultimate goal for a networker in QNet is to reach a point where we wake up in the morning and the first worry in our mind is not money. Because my whole life, up to 22, up to 24, 22, 23, before I started making big checks, my biggest worry was money. And I'm not saying money is everything, guys. But think about it. Every single person on the planet, their biggest fear is whether they have enough money to educate their kids, enough money to support their family, enough money to buy the things they really want for their loved ones, And I realize that as much as people say don't only talk about money, but money is a vehicle, it's a modality. The ultimate goal is that sense of freedom to never ever worry about money anymore. And that feeling is undescribable. You understand? It's beautiful, it's powerful, and you can impact so many lives positively with the money you have. It's not only about you, but the people around you. All right? The lives that you can change with the money you have is simply unbelievable, guys. So I realized today that a lot of people, I also am guilty. I talk about max out, which is the pinnacle of your tracking center income. But honestly, it is about financial freedom. All right? And no matter what level you are right now in the network, whether you have one downline, whether you just started your journey, whether you're earning one step a week or earning a small check, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, doesn't matter. All right? Don't stop. Keep pushing yourself harder every week, guys, because you will not rest. You will not slow down. You will not switch off until you reach that point where you wake up in the morning, regardless how big, how small your house is, and you never worry about money anymore. This is the power of QNet. This is the vision of Dato Sri Vijay and Japadas Bismarck. All right, to give that freedom to people who are stuck in this vicious cycle of go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, and never ever being free. So if you ask me, am I a networker? Yes. But when people in a flight ask me, what do you do for a living? I look at them and I say, I'm a freedom fighter. I fight for the freedom of people around the world, regardless of race, religion, creed. All right, regardless of their educational background, regardless whether they can speak English or not, it doesn't matter. All right, we want to give more and more people every day around the world freedom. All right, and we are that organization. We are freedom fighters. All right, not against oppressive governments, not against dictators, but against an economic concept that people don't talk about, which is the worst. All right, that that a graduate today can earn as little as $400-500. It will take them 10 years to earn the money to pay for the education they acquired to get that bloody job. That's a scam. All right? Okay, but nobody complains about it. Nobody Googles about, writes it on articles of the greatest scam of the human race. But network marketing is the most beautiful thing. All right? And I'm so happy that Dato Sri Vijay visited my mom in 1998 to pay respect to his teacher. And that's why I'm sitting here today in bed with you, financially free, baby. That's beautiful, guys. All right? And today on my Instagram live, a lot of people keep asking me, many people, either on Instagram or Facebook or people I meet and sit down with me, and they ask me, what is the most important thing I have to focus on while building my network? I know training is important. I know power of association is important. All right. I know that I got to be consistent is the key. Presentación. Rule 3. But Chief, what do you think is really important? And my answer is very simple. All right. Network marketing is a form of entrepreneurship. It's a form of business. But our business relies completely on human relationships, the power of relationships. And if you define relationships by trespass, the art of communication, confront before conflict, all of that, okay, these are all technical stuff, which I'm very grateful I learned from Dato Sri and being able to transfer to you guys. But I'm not talking about that today. I'm talking about the essence of relationship. I'm talking about care, all right? I'm talking about the human factor. You see, in network marketing, all right, you have downlines, people who sign up. And I know that they are signing up for their dreams. They're signing up for financial freedom. They want to build their network locally, internationally, and be like one of the success stories they hear about, like, the V partners who go on stage at VCon and share their life story. It's unbelievable. But honestly, if you have downlines, the most important thing that your downline needs to know, that you care about them. This is the fundamental aspect. The minute your downline loses faith that you don't care about them, that you are worried only about yourself and not about them, you lose your downlines. And a lot of people make this mistake because of the language of network marketing, upline, downline, you understand? To me, you guys are my downlines. That's a technical term. But ultimately, you're part of my family. You're part of Dato Sri Vijay's family. All right? You're my brothers and sisters around the world. All right? Some of my closest friends today are my downlines. All right? All around the world, who have been with me on a journey for 22 years. We cried together. We laughed together. All right? We fought for our freedom together. You understand? We overcame challenges together. We had our ups and downs. We were there for each other. I watched so many of my downlines get married, have kids. I'm godfather to so many of their kids. I knew some of the kids and babies. Now I see them and say, oh my God, you're grown up. All right? That it's unbelievable that the last 22 years, the amount of relationships that I have today in my life. Okay? I'm blessed. And the one factor that really matters, the defining factor that is going to define you as a great networker, as a great upline, is care. You see, when somebody signs up, don't look at the BV. Don't look at that number. Don't look at, how much am I going to earn with this person signing up? Don't make it a desperate Friday individual. The first thing you have to recognize is this person is going to be on a journey with you for many years. You're going to know their family, their kids. You're going to eat together, travel together. You're going to share the essence of your heart with each other. They are going to be your pillar of strength as much as you are their pillar of strength. And the first thing you have to learn is everyone you sign up, you got to care about them. You got to worry about their checks. You got to understand where they are at that moment of time. You got to know them better than you know yourself. And you got to express that care. You got to show that care. All right? And don't become what we hate the most. Don't become a boss. Don't become a manager. Just because you are the upline, it means jack shit. You're not the boss. You understand? Your downlines can tell you to fly a kite and they leave. And a lot of people, all right, who have been on a journey for half a year, 1 year, you'll be surprised why they quit. They don't quit because they don't make money. They don't quit, all right, because, oh, there's too much negativity or too difficult or too many rejections. No. We have prepared them for this. We built them for this. Dato Sri Vijay built warriors throughout his network. You know when people quit? When they feel that the organization of the network is slowly changing into something they left. It is almost becoming what they hate, the corporate world, where hierarchy is important, where there's power, where there's politics, but no care. And that's when people quit. That's when people give up, because they did not leave the rat race to join another rat race in network marketing. They didn't walk away from their boss to get an upline who thinks he or she is the boss, who thinks he or she has some power and they're irreplaceable. No. It's about care. First thing Dato Sri Vijay taught me, he said, money is important, but don't ever love money. You will die a miserable man. All right? Love your people and the money will come. Care for your people and max out will chase you. You don't have to chase max out. All right? And care cannot be faked. Care must be from here. It must be sincere. That you must be there for them. All right? You must show, express clearly your intent that you're going to hold their hand. All right? That yes, they are going to make you money. They are going to make your checks grow bigger. But if they do not believe that your priority is their checks, they're going to leave. And this is the mistake everyone makes. And I want to have a paradigm shift moment today. It's easy to brag about your own financial freedom. You understand? I'm financially free. I made it. I'm a max out king or max out queen. That doesn't mean anything. What is most important is how many people you have helped become financially free. That's why I call myself a freedom fighter. That's why I love Dato Sri Vijay and his messages at every VCon. It's not about, technicality. It's about his heart. That he's like a father who loves us unconditionally. All right? And that's why we have the highest level of loyalty in network marketing. All right? That we have a lot of people dropping out, but our leadership has stayed for 22 years and has never left under any circumstances. All right? And if you need to understand this message Dato Sri gave me when I started my journey, he said, don't love money, PATHMAN. Love your people. And the money will come. And your people need to know that you love them. All right? And this is a topic people are afraid to talk about. They're afraid to talk about love. All right? I love you guys. You understand? I don't even know some of you. But I do what I do every day as taught to me. As monkey see, monkey do. When I watch Dato Sri, I do everything from my heart. And if you watch my videos, I always say, don't build your network from here. Because that's what your boss did. That's what corporate world is about. Your bosses only think from here. They think profit and loss. All right? And if you think from here, if you work from here, even in the corporate world, people will stay. They will perform. You see, the key is I work today, all right, as your upline, and I work many hours, all right, like J.R. Meyer, who's online right now, all right, my best friend and brother, okay. It's illogical how I see J.R. works, and J.R. is not a networker, he's a corporate guy, all right, who works for Dato Sri Vijay, but he works from his heart. And that's why QNet is around for 22 years. That's why we're going to be around for the next 22 and the next 22 and next 22. All our corporate warriors. Dato Sri has instilled one value system. We're not a perfect company. We may not have perfect systems, perfect strategies. And Dato Sri said that's okay. That every employee in QNet, the V, Q Lifestyle, the whole QI group, he has instilled one value system. Work from your heart. Love what you do. Love the people you work with. Love the people you are serving. That's you guys. And if you do want to build a network that's going to last, built to last, I always say this, all right, I think a couple of years ago, if you want a network that's built to last, your strategies are not going to help your network last. All right, the products, the concept, the complan, no, all of this are great, fantastic, unbelievable, but it's not going to keep your network alive for the next 100 years. What's going to keep your network alive, all right, is if you build it from your heart, that you are sincere about helping everyone who signs up and helping them, all right, start their journey right, have that chance to make their dreams into a reality. And I cannot emphasize this enough to all of you who are just starting your journey today. No matter what your upline says, all right, listen to your upline sitting here today. Build your business from your heart. Your downlines are not your employees. All right? They're not people you can just push. They're your family. They trust you. They signed up and they believed every word you say. All right? And that sincerity, that power of that relationship and building from your heart is what you need to learn to do. And if you watch Japa, you watch Dato Sri Vijay, our founders, all right, they're not interested in private jet planes. They're not buying an island and calling it, Founders Island. They just want to change more lives. And that's why when people say every network marketing company looks very familiar or similar to us, yes, we are a network marketing company. We have products, we have a complan, all right, we have a website, we have social media, okay. But you know why we are different? Because this whole company for the past 22 years was built from the hearts of the people who are building, whether it's in the corporate team or the network guys. And if you want to know my secret of why I am here today still, it's because I care. Because of the relationships that are irreplaceable, that are beautiful. To watch my downlines being able not even only to buy a mansion, just to buy their first car, to buy their first watch, to send their parents on their first trip, all right? To take their family out first time to a 5-star restaurant and have a beautiful dinner, okay, which is something which is on somebody's dream list. It was on mine. You understand? I never stepped into a 5-star hotel, okay, to give my mother whatever she asked for. She didn't ask for much, but to give that comfort to our parents. You understand? Everything comes from here. So if you truly want to understand the power of being a great networker, the power of building an organization that's built to last, do everything from here. Yes, you need strategy. Yes, you need presentation. Yes, max out is the goal. Yes, TAT is important. All right, watching videos are important. Training yourself, adding things into your cup. But if you want to build to last, all of that is not enough. People got to see this. All right? Because you could be a big earner, nice car, nice house, everything. But if your downlines don't see this, if they don't feel your care, if they don't feel your love, if they're not convinced you're building from your heart, you will lose them. They may not leave QNet because it's the best company in the world, but you will lose them. They will listen to you, but they will not love you. And I believe today that people can do anything for money. And we have seen this all over the world. All right? But people will do everything for love. And if you truly want to understand loyalty, how to build to last, all right? It comes from care. It comes from love. It comes from your heart, guys. Because you are not here for 1 year. You're not here for 6 months. You're not going to make your money and run away. You understand? You're going to build this. And one of my favorite watches is a Patek Philippe. All right. And they have one of the most amazing. I'm a watch lover, guys. All right. I love watches so much. I love the Bernard H. Meyer. We just launched some of the most beautiful watches, which I did an unboxing on Instagram called the Power Master. The green and gold is unbelievable, but I buy a lot of watches. Okay. I love Bernard H. Meyer. All right. Especially since I know the man myself, JL's dad, who I fondly call Papa. Okay. I buy a lot of watches, and Patek Philippe came up with this amazing marketing statement that you never actually own a Patek Philippe. You merely look after it for the next generation. And you don't actually own your tracking center. You're looking after it for the next generation and the next generation. And if you want your tracking center to earn even after you are gone, then it has to be built on something stronger than strategy. It's got to be built on something more powerful than money. That is relationships, love, loyalty, all right? And building it from your heart. And I was thinking, listening to Dato Sri Vijay speak so many times and spending time with him. And I love the man as my mentor, as my teacher, as my older brother, but I do love him. And what I do today, and I can speak for JR, who's on this Instagram live, we do it out of love, not for anything else, guys. And the corporate warriors, all right, the amazing men and women who work for us, nobody works at 2 a.m. in the morning, all right? Be on standby at 4 a.m., answer WhatsApp calls, be there for you every single day. Nobody can do this for money. They do it out of love. And if you choose to be a great networker, if you want one day to have a stadium of 20,000 people, all right, who have tears in their eyes the minute you walk up on stage, like every night of VCon when Dato Sri goes on stage, I see people in the crowd crying before even he says hello. What is that? That's not money. That's love. All right? And if you truly, truly want to build a successful network, my advice to you on this Instagram live is don't build it from here. Build it from here. And you will have an organization that's built to last. I love you guys. I sincerely do. All right? Thank you so much, guys, for making my life meaningful. All right? For making all the sacrifices I've made over the past 22 years worth it. It's priceless. Your love, your loyalty, your success means so much to me. All right? And especially to the founders, Dato Sri Vijay and Japa. And I will see you on my Wednesday message. Okay? And I really, really can't wait to see you guys on the 6th, 7th, 8th of September. V-Convention Connect. It is going to change your life. Once again, this is your chief, sincerely from the bottom of my heart, saying, I love you guys.